Phillies. It's Sydney,
And Andy.
and we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Luke.
Luke is one of the guys I tailgate with. That's his son, Luke. Mike, I've been tailgating with him and sitting next to him for, since the mid 80s. So,
Way back when.
long time. Yeah.
It's a real family affair,
Yeah.
per usual.
So, how you doing, Luke?
Uh, I'm good. Yeah, just finished my first semester at college, back at college, so I'm just chilling now, watching sports.
Right. You were working with your pop a little bit, right?
Yeah, just to
That's, that's
just
a
to make
hard
some
dose of
money.
reality. That'll put you back to school real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
let's start with the Phillies. Go ahead. Take it away, Dad.
so I thought they played really well the past maybe 2.5, 3 weeks. Yeah, they won their last 3 or 4 series, I think. They got that one sweep. They could have had a couple sweeps, but I thought all in all they came out of that funk. They started playing a little better. Yeah. Now yeah, their bullpen's still very questionable, I think. And their bats will go cold real fast.
Yeah, that is an issue with them. I I agree. I also really like how Jordan Romero is doing. He's really improved
Which is
tremendously.
I'll give you that. I saw them talking about that today after the first game. How he's his last 5 games have been really, really strong. So that's a really good sign. Yeah. Because I
He's
was really down on that guy from the very first time I saw him in game one.
I
Yeah.
was too. I was
Yeah.
excited for the signing because
Right.
he was doing well in the past, but those first games he played, oh man, that was the worst.
Yeah, he did not give a good first impression, right? Like,
Not at all.
and it's going to take him a long time to wear that off. Like,
Yeah,
he's going to have a really, like, 8, 9, 10 games of just shut down innings before people start really believing that,
yeah,
this guy's going to be okay.
yeah. And the worst part is it's always going to be in the back of fans'
Yeah.
minds. They saw him at his worst.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Well,
be
yeah. And yeah.
so. But yeah, the pitching has improved, but I'm still iffy about Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola always seems to he has good games and then he has games where he seems to struggle a
Like
lot,
today.
like today.
Yeah. Like today. Yeah. I agree. But the thing is, I think they're really strong
Yeah,
in their staff. I mean, like, you got Ranger coming back. Lazardo is pitching better than anyone expected.
yeah.
Yeah,
All star
and
right now.
Sanchez, even though he has some rough innings,
Yeah.
he fights through them. Like,
Yeah,
he battles through and doesn't give up a lot of runs. It's really most of their problems. They make a lot of mistakes in the field,
yeah. They do
and
get
then
a
that
lot of
just
error.
strings the bullpen out, and they don't. It just seems like the mistakes, the bullpen, and the bats all happen at the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like today, the first game, Luzardo had a absolute amazing game pitching, but all the way up till the seventh, we didn't have a single run.
right, right.
Like he gave up one run, which should be enough to usually win. Luckily, he did get
Yes,
the win because they
right,
picked it up in the later innings. But the bats need to kind of heat up, especially when people are in scoring position. That's our big struggle with
right.
hitting.
So,
But
what do you think between Marsh and Rojas?
so I don't prefer either of them. I think we should call up Justin Crawford from AAA. I
Okay,
think he's probably better than both of them. But as of right now, I
at the plate or at the plate and in the field?
think both. Justin
Really?
Crawford's better than both of them both. Or he's at least equal with Rojas because Rojas is a really good outfielder.
Well, that's kind of what I like Rojas in the field, and I think that with Marsh and Rojas, doing that whatever splitting time, neither of them are going to get comfortable enough to play the way they're supposed to.
Yeah,
Because it's always in the back of the mind. If I don't get a hit here, this dude's going to be, yeah,
yeah,
like
that's true.
it's a hard way to play a whole season. You kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll give Marsh some time because he's just coming back from injury, so I
Well,
do want to see more of him.
do
Just
you?
give him a little bit more just to see how he does in the later weeks. But I really do think that they should probably call up Justin Crawford soon because I
All
think
right,
he would do better than both.
all right. Sid?
Thanks. I've been waiting for a turn. No, I'm kidding. Actually nice not needing to be the talker all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm honestly very unimpressed with the team as a whole, but the Marsh Rojas debate, I would take Rojas over Marsh. I really think Marsh, the injury, it's getting to be too much. We can't keep playing this song and dance.
Yeah, I think it's like when you have two goalies or you have two quarterbacks, you can't have two.
His sparkle
You
is
got to pick one. Yeah, and just kind of ride that out and make a decision. Like I think it would be better for both of them guys if that would happen.
So what do you
Yeah,
think is more of an issue, pitching or hitting right now?
I would say hitting because the starting pitching is pitching well enough that if they would score, it would take a lot of pressure off of the bullpen.
I would agree. Yeah,
Yeah. But since they're not scoring, it puts a lot of pressure. Like every time them guys go out there, they got a 1 run lead. Now sometimes the bullpen makes a lot of mistakes and gives up big innings, has bad games. Like that, I think that game in Tampa, they were winning 10-1 and they ended up winning 11-10. Like that should have been over.
Yeah.
oh, that
Yeah.
was
So you can't do stuff like that. You have to end that stuff, get out of there, and yeah, like look at this.
yeah, bases
Are you
loaded,
watching?
No.
You don't have it on while it's on.
and that's two
All right.
runs.
Yeah. So to the top of the fourth, it's 9-6 already.
I can't believe they played today.
Yeah. It was raining a little bit during this game,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Been raining all day.
They got to get them in. Yeah.
Rain or shine.
So what do you think about them overall for the season? Like where would you have them finish in the division?
I think if they can figure things out, especially hitting wise, some relief. I think the relief is kind of in the back of their mind right now because you can always trade for a good relief pitcher, so it's not too much trouble. I think if they improve, they could still be first, but most likely, I think they're probably going to get second in the NL East. So
Behind the Mets.
yeah, get a wild card spot, which is sucks. You always want to win, but
Yeah.
it's better to make it to the playoffs.
The Braves are starting to heat up a little bit too, so that's a little worrisome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But yeah.
it won't last.
yeah, it's true.
She's a hater, dude.
I'm
I
She's
not
don't,
a
they're
hater.
she's a hater. She hates it. She hates all that.
No, let me tell you guys, I like all week I've been saying things and they've been coming true. So I'm not going to speak positively about anyone but us.
Okay.
That's fair.
So
Uh,
this,
doesn't change the fact that you're still a hater.
so no, I'm just being a realist and I don't want to tell the universe to do something I don't want it to do. But
Okay.
one time I was looking at this picture. You're like not, you guys are not going to believe that this happened. I was looking at this picture on the wall and I was like, imagine if it just fell. Fell, shattered everywhere. I was like, Matilda. And for like a whole week, I was like really scared of myself, like thinking this was like a year ago, thinking I had these like magical powers. It never happened again, but I do think There's something, there's something going on here that needs to
Yeah.
be studied.
All right.
So that's why I say the Braves suck, and we're gonna be in first place.
All right.
There we go. Yeah.
All right. I'll take it.
Energy.
Yeah. I have to agree with Luke that I think they're second, possibly third. See how the Braves end up playing.
But I'm the hater.
I'm a realist.
No, you're literally hating on us.
I'm not hating on us.
But when
They,
I say the Braves aren't that good, that's
they
hating.
just hit a home run. No. It's not that you say the Braves aren't good. You say everybody's no good.
Because nobody is that good.
I got one picture from you in Tampa.
Go
One
ahead.
picture. She's driving by Raymond James Stadium, flipping the bird. That's the only picture I got from her. Right?
What
Yeah.
else
I
did
heard
I
about
Yeah.
do?
that
So
one.
she kind of a hater.
What
It's
else?
awesome. I love it.
What else did I do?
I don't know. I guess nothing you want to tell me.
No, that's true.
All right.
Anyway,
So
let's move on to the
okay.
Eagles. A lot of exciting things in the works this week. So I know the schedule's coming out tonight, so by the time you're listening to this tomorrow, it's going to be out and there's going to be a lot of chatter. But what we know for certain, we play home opener, Dallas. What are our thoughts there?
So
I want to. Do you want to go first?
no, go ahead.
Okay. I can't wait to see if he starts the Cowboys rookie guard, Tyler Booker. I
Uh,
want to because they have him as the Jalen Carter stopper. So
Right,
I just want to
right,
see him against him. I would
right.
love to see that.
Okay.
But I'm excited for week one.
I'm excited for week one. I agree. I don't know how Dallas got that. Like, there's a couple things I like about the fact that it's Dallas. That Jerry Jones, like someone said it today, Jerry Jones is going to be in the stadium when they unveil the banner, right? It'll be all that, yeah. So that's pretty cool, right? But
Yeah.
I would have liked to see like I don't know the Commanders or Detroit or the Rams, someone we played last year in the playoffs that were great,
Yeah. It would have also been cool to see the Chiefs, but they have that as an away game, so I
yeah.
get why they waited off on that one. So
and apparently, if this is one we are not certain about at this point, but my dad sent a picture of a leaked schedule for the Eagles, and it says we are at Kansas City week 2,
Yes,
yeah,
at
yeah,
425.
which is cool.
So, which I mean, for what I'm thinking between us is that's the game I'd like to go to.
I think we're going to have to fight about this privately before we make a decision and then go from
Yeah,
there. But I'm not going to say how I feel.
like
But
they have a hard schedule, but I mean, most schedules in the NFL are difficult.
yeah,
Yeah, nobody plays Temple. Yeah, I mean, you play a bad NFL team and they can beat you the day
yeah.
you're playing.
Happened a couple
Yeah,
seasons with the Jets
right.
with us. So
There's been 1 in 15 teams. Yeah, and they bet somebody, right? So, all teams. It's sometimes it's only a matter of a couple plays in a game.
yeah,
And so their schedule's going to be hard, but I think
I think I saw it was the fourth hardest in the league this year. I don't know what
it
that means.
makes sense. We're basically playing every single playoff team from last year. So
yeah,
I think almost every team that we maybe even every team but the Giants made the playoffs.
right.
Um,
And Dallas
Oh
did.
yeah, and Dallas, yeah.
how could you
Yeah,
forget?
How could I forget Dallas? Oh,
yeah.
We play the Bears Black Friday. That's probably the game I'm most excited for. At home, we play them, obviously, that's why. So,
That's like it's nice that it's on a Friday because
It's awesome.
There's no worries about like having to do anything Monday morning or like
Thursday, everyone's Thanksgiving-y.
yeah. So
It's gonna be
yeah,
like a good spirited
yeah,
day.
yeah.
We go to Green Bay week 10.
Yeah,
That's a night game, right?
Monday night.
Yeah.
Monday night. That would be fun too, though. Monday night football in Green Bay.
Well, you got to check the
I don't hate
temperatures.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Green Bay
It's
will,
going to be
will
cold in
kill you.
Green Bay
It's
in
gonna be
November.
a fight to the death for this, I think.
Yeah. They
And
go to Minnesota too, right?
that's what you said, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have the rumored entire schedule. Like from
yeah.
the reporters that I see, they have the reported like entire schedule. So if you want me to go over it, it would be like week three, supposedly we play the Rams. Week four
Right.
is the Bucks, and then like week five is the Broncos, and then we play Thursday night Giants. Week six, week seven at Vikings. Week eight we play the Giants again.
Yeah.
We have a week nine bye.
They always do that with us with the Giants. Like I think we played them twice in 3 weeks last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're it's if this schedule's right, it's going to be the same for the Commanders just at the end of the year.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
Then
that.
we played the
twice in three
Giants
weeks.
towards the end of the year this past season.
So we did the Giants last year. Yeah.
Like
That's
close to the very end.
yeah.
Yeah, but let me see. And then it was week 10 Packers, like we said. Week 11 Sunday night Lions.
So they get the Packers off a bye.
Yeah, you
That's a
get Packers.
that's pretty good. But then they go to a short week, right, and get Detroit at home.
Okay.
Yeah,
Home.
week 12 at Cowboys. Week 13 Black Friday Bears. Week 14 Monday night Chargers. Week 15 Raiders. 16 the Saturday game uh, versus the Commanders, and we play Bills and then the Commanders again. So that's the rumored
What's the date
schedule that
of
we
the
have.
Saturday game?
I forget.
Of
I think
what
it's the
game?
20th. Or let me see what.
Like around Christmas time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Or New Year's
So
Eve.
so in the last 3 weeks, they're at Washington and then
Yeah,
and then at Buffalo.
yep. And then we come back to play Washington again.
What are them dates? That's fantastic.
That's yeah, that's the one thing. It didn't. So they have the
Saturdays 12,
opponents, but it didn't have the dates.
Oh, okay.
12,
'Cause
14, 12, 20, 12, 28.
remember last year we were down there 6 out of 7 weeks to end the season.
That's a lot.
The three playoff games, then they were home for the last two. They were away and home. So they were down there 6 out of 7. We were there 6 out of 7 weeks. So that's a lot better. I mean, it does kind of stink that week 18 they're at home, but yeah, hopefully they have things wrapped up or figured out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's not a bad schedule. I know it's gonna be hard, but like I think they're gonna be a good team. I don't know. You can't say what they're gonna do, man. It's May.
yeah. It, everything. You can't say how anybody's going to do. Like,
Injuries and just how they gel together, how much they celebrated in the off season or and how much they worked in the off season. And that's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Like I tell you this all the time, if it's going to be hard to get them young guys to work as hard as they did last year.
yeah,
It's just going to be hard. Yeah,
yeah,
they're Super Bowl champions. They went from college to winning a Super Bowl, and then you're going to tell them you have to work even harder, and it just doesn't happen.
They need
yeah.
to.
And then and then they're losing some of their leaders too. Like
Yeah, the
Brandon
defense,
Graham's gone.
right? The defense took a big hit. They lost some big players. the team changed. Like, it's not just going to be an easy, you know. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, it's listen. It's better looking forward to a season coming off a Super Bowl win than you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's nice to have that. That's why I say Kansas City. Like, I'll buy 10 more shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're never going to get that opportunity where we're a Super Bowl champion, going to the team that we beat in the Super Bowl
You
to
don't need
play
to
them the next.
explain this to
Yeah,
me. I'm
and it's in September.
I am fully on board. I'm fully committed to this.
It's only 4 days. Yeah.
You need to talk to your daughters about this.
Uh,
See. In other news, this is like fresh hot news. The Flyers got a new head coach.
what, Tocchet signed?
Oh, is this not new
Yeah.
news?
It was rumored. It was kind of like rumored that he
I
already
read
agreed,
something
but
this
he
afternoon
officially,
that, yeah.
Well, it's
yeah,
official.
yeah,
Oh,
he officially
fantastic.
signed a little bit ago.
Good.
Um,
I don't know what that's going to do for him. I don't know
yeah.
how great of a coach he is. Hockey coaches it's really weird with them guys. They their rhetoric works for a while and then it just stops.
I think there's a lot that that team needs, and
Yeah.
so he has his work cut out for him, I think. He
I
seems
think
put together.
one of the biggest problems that they had was whatever happened with that goalie. That really,
Uh,
that really set them back.
with Carter Hart.
Yeah, that really
Yeah,
set them back. That's
Yeah.
yeah, you can't prepare your team for that. Yeah,
yeah. When something that big happens, and then you
yeah,
kind of got to go out find a new goalie
yeah.
that's going to start. It's
And
tough.
again, it's one of the hardest positions to fill.
Mhm.
That's it's like your quarterback. Yeah, yeah.
We had the Truist tournament this weekend, right in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You go,
I
Lou?
thought I thought that course looked really nice, right? For as tight as that area that it's in, that was really nice. And I mean, it's a tight course. I know. Yeah. Who won?
Strucka?
Yeah,
I just want to say his name.
Sepp Straka or something like that.
I'm
Yeah.
probably really butchering it, so I do apologize.
But
But there was a lot of like exciting Philly things going on. I saw like a clip of people watching talking about like cheesesteaks and the Eagles, and there was the Eagles chant. So it just seemed like, the city's having a really good year. True.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot going on, like very positive, and I think that just really added to things.
I got what I was when I was watching. I thought the city looked good. They showed you like it just. I thought it looked good. Yeah.
Hmm.
It showed off pretty good. That's pretty good for next year when they have the championship at what is it, Aronimink? Are you into golf, Luke?
I'm not, but Mikey, my dad, everybody else is. Jake
Yeah,
is,
Oh,
yeah. I
but
mean,
yeah, I'm not big.
I'm no good at golfing, but I like watching it. I like to play because it just gives you something to do. You know, when you
Yeah,
get old, you'll get into it. You know,
Steven's trying to get me into it now, so
yeah, you could
maybe
probably
in a couple
crush it.
months I'll be into it.
Yeah, you could probably crush it. How
and
about the Union?
I
Do
was
you
just
watch any of that?
I don't watch Union. I watch the Premier League, so a
So I'm a Premier
little
guy. I think I've told you that. I don't have a team that I follow.
okay.
I just watch the league. I
Okay,
like I like my Saturday and Sunday mornings watching them. It's nice to do it. Yeah,
yeah,
those games are
I
competitive.
yeah, they are. Sadly, my team isn't competitive this year.
What what team are you?
Tottenham,
Tottenham. Yeah,
yeah.
Tottenham.
Luckily, luckily, they're in the Europa League final, but they
I
have not been doing well in the Premier League.
I told you I didn't like that guy that played for them. What was that, Harry Kane?
Harry Kane,
Yeah, He's gone, right?
Yeah, he just won a championship
Yeah.
at Bayern.
Did he really?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that guy. Who's
yeah.
their
He
other
did.
big star? Is it
Oh, Heung-min Son, or so he's kind of sucking this year, coming off of injury, changing of system. But he was their other big star when Harry
okay.
Kane was. So
Yeah. So yeah,
yeah.
I watch a lot of Premier League. Yeah, I don't know if you ever listen, but I don't watch the Union because I don't have whatever that MLS pass is. But I
Oh,
listen to
on
them.
Apple TV.
Yeah, I listen to them on my phone. So
Yeah.
you know,
Tricks the system.
I used to watch
Yeah.
every game. Then they went to that thing where you have to pay for it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's pay to watch now.
Take it to the man, Dad.
Well, I don't know if it's really affected them.
No, but it's nice to stand on business every once in a while.
Yeah, but you have to sacrifice, right? Like I don't get to watch them.
And that's what has
Yeah.
to,
And the sad part is, I watched them for all them years, and then they just
that's a trap.
snatched away from you.
But imagine if everybody stood their ground and didn't give in to what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It it would take a while.
Yeah, a long time.
It'd
Worse.
take a long time.
Why I
People
don't
have
know.
disposable money; they just don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just don't care. So I don't know.
It'll change.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Maybe someday. The Sixers
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
third pick.
yeah.
news.
That's pretty good, man. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm sure you were watching, right, Luke, when they were doing the announcing.
Uh, I was at the movies when that happened. I got
Okay.
some early Mission Impossible tickets, so I was
Oh, did you?
watching that early. But I was on my phone. Steven was next to me. Younger brother Nick was next to me. They were chatting my ear about it. So
So they announced somewhere around pick 8 or 9 or 8 or 7 that the Sixers had lost their pick, right?
yeah,
Right. So that's what they announced, and I was like, "God, man, what the?" So I'm getting ready to turn it off, and I watch the next card, and then the guy goes, "Oh, correction, the Sixers are in the top 4." So I was like, "Oh, that's unbelievable."
it's funny because he's getting like he was for a little bit getting crucified because he's a Philly sports fan. The
Right.
guy who announced it, so he was kind of getting crucified on sport like Philly sports Twitter and stuff
Right. Right.
just about that because of his mess up. But yeah, I think they're gonna get either way a great player and hopefully Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper.
Well, I wouldn't put my trust in Daryl Moore.
That's true. But
That's my problem. Is like Daryl. He's known to just kind of trade picks for known talent.
yeah, I hope he doesn't do that because there are three great
That's what
players that
I'm
they can
hoping.
get. There are
And
three
Sydney
great
is
players they
not
can
an
get.
Embiid fan. I am an Embiid fan.
What are your thoughts?
I'm losing. I'm losing on Embiid. It,
So,
I can't handle him always being hurt.
well, the injuries kill you, but it's like I understand that. But when he's healthy, it's one of
Yeah,
the best players in the NBA, and you can't deny that. And
not 100% true. Yeah.
it's hard to get rid of one of the best players in the NBA.
It's not. Write him his little check and say goodbye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Yeah, I
See
agree.
what I
If
mean
they
about
just,
Hater?
I'm with her. If they can get if they can get some assets out of him,
Well, I
I would
don't
let
know
him
that
go.
you're. See, the problem is you're
The
not going to
injuries
get
hold
the
it back. Yeah,
assets. You know what I mean? So I think you're better off just with that guy and trying to figure out. Like, I don't see more than 1 or 2 years, and he's done. Like, he might not play again. To be honest with you,
yeah,
we don't know. He might not play again. His knees are really messed up, and it's yeah,
yeah. That's the one thing. If he doesn't play, I think a certain amount of games next year, or if he doesn't play till a certain point, you can medically retire him. So you
yeah.
get out of that contract, and
So again, like I don't care about if the Sixers lose money on that guy or how much he makes out of that whole deal. they put themselves in that predicament, right? They had that guy. They didn't put anything around that guy. So I feel like they deserve whatever they get.
Yeah.
And I'm a Sixers fan.
That's what it is sometimes. You
Tough
You
you
luck.
gotta
gotta
show, you
just
gotta be tough, man. Like you gotta
yeah.
take your lumps. Daryl Morey, I hate that dude. I hate that guy. I don't really think he's that great of a general manager.
No, he's no. That whole team
Yeah,
isn't
it's
where you want it to be.
nah, nah.
Yeah, the owner owns our one of our rivals in football. Like he owns the Commanders, which
So
doesn't really matter much to me, but
Matters. Of course it matters.
I mean, yeah, it matters, but it's like
Where's the loyalty? These
here's
people have no loyalty. It's disgusting.
here's what I think, right? And this is what I think about that. I think it's perfect. He's going to get he got exactly what he wanted with the Commanders already. They're going to build him in a new stadium. In 2, 3 years, he's going to decide, I just want to maximize my money. He's going to start making bad decisions. That team's going to be as bad as the Sixers.
yeah,
I don't know what you're worried
sure.
about. I mean, the problem is the Sixers are always going to suck as long as he's the owner because he really only cares about the profits in it.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. So I think eventually he'll do the same thing at Washington where they're not,
One could hope.
yeah,
We can only hope.
yeah, you know. But the
That's
third pick, that's amazing. And Dallas, with a 1% chance, ends up getting the #1 pick.
I can't believe
So
that
there is no basketball god.
no, there isn't a hockey one either, because it was
Right,
the same thing with the Islanders.
right.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. What else we
Sixers.
got, Sid?
I think that about covers it. We really touched on everything tonight.
Nice.
Really.
Yeah, Luke, great job, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll do this
Uh,
again during football season.
Yeah,
All
I just
right.
I love talking about sports. So
Me too. Ask your dad.
He does. I
She can vouch.
truly.
Yeah.
We are going to have to argue about where we're going though.
Well, you guys can set it. Yeah. We need Sam. We need, it's got to be
I
fair.
thought we agreed Sam didn't get a vote.
Why would he not get a vote? He's going. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about this off the cam.
Don't you think he should get a vote? If he's going, he should vote.
I think everybody who goes should get a vote.
Thank you. I forced him into that, Sid.
I need to
Don't get
go.
mad at him.
Love you. Need
All
to
right, I love
go.
you too. Luke, it
Thanks
was
for
good
joining,
talking
Luke.
to you. Thanks,
It's
man.
good seeing you guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
Thanks for
listening,
listening.
thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Sid.
you.
Go
Bye.
Birds.
Go Birds.